welcome to lesson 24. We're going to be learning about parentheses and the associative property of both addition and multiplication. So I know this is a review from 4th grade because you did learn about how to use parentheses and what they mean. And also our 5th commandment of math is thou shalt honor the parentheses. So we're going to show what that looks like. Now, when I have a problem where I have more than one order of operation, meaning either addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division, I'll have a group of parentheses around a certain group, meaning right here, 5 plus 4. So I have parentheses around these two, and when we honor the parentheses, we put them first. So parentheses always go first. If I were to solve 6 times 5 first, then add 4, my answer would be completely different, which is what you don't want. So you're going to do 5 plus 4 first, which is 9, and then you do 9 plus 6, which equals 54. That would be your correct answer. If you were to do it the other way, which would be the incorrect way, you'd be doing 6 times 5, which is 30, plus 4, which is 34. And that's completely different and completely wrong. I'm sorry. So example 1 is what we're going to look at first. We have 8 minus 4 plus 2. Go ahead and solve this first. It should be very simple since we have all one-digit numbers. We're going to start with 4 plus 2, which is 6. These are the ones that we do first. And then we have 8 minus 6, which is 2. So that's how you do it. You do your parentheses first, the group of addition, instead of doing 8 minus 4, which would be 4, and 4 plus 2, which is 6. Again, that would be completely incorrect. So example 2, you're going to now compare these two problems. You have multiplication and addition in both with parentheses. So remember, thou shalt honor the parentheses. You must put them first. 2 times 3 plus 4. We're going to break this one down. Use pink. 3 plus 4 is 7, and 7 times 2 is 14. Now let's look at the other side. 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 plus 4 is 10. So I'm comparing 14 to 10. So 2 times 3 plus 4 with the parentheses around the addition is greater than 2 times 3 plus 4. Again, the parentheses make a huge difference, and this is a great example why. You have the exact same digits and exact same order of operations. You have multiplication then addition, multiplication then addition. It makes a difference which ones you do first. So this would be greater. Now, with the associative property, I know we've learned the different properties. We've learned the commutative property of addition, commutative property of multiplication. We've learned the we've learned the identity property of multiplication, and even the zero property of multiplication. So now we have the associative property of addition and multiplication. I know these are a lot to take in, but as a quick review or a quick recap, the commutative property of addition says we can add in any order and we'll get the same answer. Like 5 plus 3 is the same thing as 3 plus 5. But the commutative property of multiplication, exact same thing with just multiplication. We have 3 times 7 is the same thing as 7 times 3. You'll get the exact same product. With the identity property of multiplication, remember the keyword identity, which number knows its identity and always puts the other number ahead. That would be 1. 1 times anything is going to be the other number, is going to be that opposite number. When you have the zero property of multiplication, that says that anything times 0 is 0. Pretty simple. 100 times 0 is 0. So now we have the associative property of addition and multiplication, and we're learning about these in this lesson because they have to do with the parentheses. So that's the best way that you can kind of separate these from all the others. Associative property has to do with parentheses. So associative property of addition says that addends can be grouped in any order using parentheses. Here's the example, and I want you to actually write all of this down. So write down the definition and write down this example. Example, we have 4 plus 5 plus 6 is equal to, my parentheses around the 4 and 5, is equal to 4 plus 5 plus 6 with the parentheses around 5 and 6. Now, this is very important to remember because even though these do matter which order you do it in, if I have all addition, it doesn't matter where the parentheses go. Or if I have all multiplication, it doesn't matter where the parentheses go. If you have more than one order of operation, that is when it's very, very important. So only when you have one order of operation, so either all addition or all multiplication, then this is when this applies. So associative property of addition says that add-ins can be grouped in any order using parentheses. There's the example. Now with multiplication, it's the exact same thing except just with multiplication. Factors can be grouped in any order using parentheses, and I'm using keywords here. Add-ins are numbers that are added together. Factors are numbers that are multiplied together. So here's my example for the associative property of multiplication. 2 times 3 times 4 with the parentheses around 2 and 3 is equal to 2 times 3 times 4 with the parentheses around 3 and 4. Now let's check to see that these are actually correct. I'm just going to solve this as a little extra. 4 plus 5 plus 6. 4 plus 5 is 9, and 9 plus 6 is 15. 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 plus 4 is also 15. Now let's with the multiplication. 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 times 4 is 24. 3 times 4 is 12, and 12 times 2 is also 24. So this proves that they are all correct. So that's going to happen only if you have all addition or all multiplication. If you have multiplication and addition in the same problem, it does make a difference. Parentheses will make a difference, just like we see in this example, which is a great one to have already written down. So thank you so much for listening and paying attention. Parentheses matter. Parentheses really do matter. Unless if you have all addition or all multiplication, then parentheses can go around any group of numbers and you'll still get the same product. Thank you so much for paying attention.